Pentagon is buzzing after Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth called hundreds of top generals and admirals to Quantico next Tuesday, September 30th. The sudden meeting comes amid recent firings and Hegseth's push to reorganize the Defense Department, including cutting generals and renaming it the Department of War. The meeting comes as the U.S. is reportedly shifting focus to Homeland Defense and away from China as America's top security risk.
New at 10, the U.S. and Turkey are strengthening ties with new agreements. Today, they signed a deal on civil nuclear energy and helped reopen the Iraq-Turkey pipeline, resuming Kurdish oil exports. President Trump praised Turkish President Erdogan as a valued friend, and the leaders discussed U.S. fighter jet sales, despite ongoing tensions over Turkey's past purchase of Russian defense systems.
Developing tonight, former FBI Director James Comey is indicted by the Justice Department. He's been charged with making a false statement and obstruction in a criminal case. This comes just days after President Trump appeared to urge his Attorney General Pam Bondi to prosecute Comey and other perceived political enemies. Prosecutors have been looking into whether Comey lied to lawmakers during his 2020 testimony about the investigation into Russia ties to Trump's 2016 campaign. Tonight on Truth Social, President Trump celebrated the indictment of Comey, saying, quote, "Justice in America, one of the worst human beings this country has ever been exposed to." James Comey, the former corrupt head of the FBI. Comey also responded on Instagram.
My family and I have known for years that there are costs to standing up to Donald Trump, but we couldn't imagine ourselves living any other way. We will not live on our knees. And you shouldn't either.
Comey added that fear is the tool of a tyrant. He also encouraged people to vote and stated that he welcomes a trial to prove his innocence.
In developing news, President Trump, he signed an executive order today paving the way for a TikTok deal that will transfer majority ownership of the app to the U.S. Trump says the Chinese president has approved the proposed deal, which will transfer the sale of TikTok from China to a group of American investors. The U.S. version of the app's algorithm could potentially change how TikTok appears to users. The deal would value TikTok U.S. at about $14 billion.